CTV News with Carlyle Fiset.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with concern from local firefighters over recent fires in vacant buildings. They say it's dangerous for the crews responding, while nearby business owners say they're growing frustrated. As Rita Ismail reports, they're often ignited by people trying to escape the cold.
Just after midnight, London fire crews were met with heavy smoke and fire at this vacant building next door to the London Portuguese Bakery on Hamilton Road.
There was big fire flames coming out of the roof, so we don't feel safe.
It's the latest in a string of fires caused by homeless people taking shelter inside vacant buildings, trying to stay warm. The former Kent Brewery was set ablaze earlier this month when a pair of fires ripped through the building, followed by another fire last week inside a vacant bank on Dundas Street.
These vacant building fires are very dangerous for our crews, not to mention the individuals that may be inside the vacant building, for us to do a primary and secondary search to make sure they're safe.
Businesses in the area say this isn't the first time, and they are fed up with the ongoing problem.
They are sheltering it, they are cold, they keep setting up fire to stay warm, and now we are at risk of burning down also, right? Like the fire last night.
It affects our business, it affects like our lives with the smell, with the unsecure people come in and out.
Business owners say they want long-term solutions, not short-term fixes.
The city should be addressed because, you know, when it's time to pay taxes, I pay taxes as well, right? It's not for free to be here. And Hamilton Road has been great to me since I came to Canada 35 years ago. I love it here, so I like to keep it here until it's time for me to retire.
On Monday, a city council committee will consider letters from councillors regarding current cold weather guidelines, including expanding homeless shelter capacity and opening additional warming centers. Rita Ismail, CTV News.
Officials with frontline homelessness agencies are raising concerns about a good neighbor clause, which will be considered at City Hall next week. With more on those issues, here's Daryl Newcomb.
A proposed good neighbor clause that City Hall might add to future contracts with homelessness agencies is raising questions and concern at London Cares.
There are so many things that we already do to be good neighbors, but this just takes it to that next level that creates a lot of harm, creates a lot of blame towards the social services agencies.
In December, Council directed staff to prepare a good neighbor clause for their consideration. The draft version would require agencies to keep the site and site perimeter clean and safe, hold quarterly community liaison committee meetings, develop a complaints process, have a site-specific security plan, and create a good neighbor plan with timelines and standards. But the staff report also includes this warning about good neighbor clauses. Quote, they become contractual obligations subject to remedies for breach, such as termination or non-renewal.
30,000 interactions per month here at 602 Queens. Thousands of interactions every single day in our outreach department. 40 people living in House of Hope. If London Cares didn't exist because it lost its contracts, I believe we would be in a humanitarian crisis.
At Arcade Street Mission, Sarah Campbell says they already work with neighbors and comply with city bylaws.
How far is the scope of this and what makes a good neighbor? I think the implication truly, though, is how much will it cost to do the work and how does that take away from the services that we are asked to provide in our community.
Councillor Susan Stevenson, who proposed drafting the Good Neighbor Clause, says terminating the contracts isn't the intent.
No, not at all. I mean, I don't see that we would ever terminate a contract over a Good Neighbor agreement.
She points to some other frontline agencies that she believes are already good neighbors.
With the youth YOU shelter downtown, we don't have congregation issues. We don't have complaints about garbage and open drug use right outside. So it's figuring out what are they doing that can be embraced by some of the other shelters.
People want to punish social services locally for what is actually a provincial-wide systemic crisis. When we see homelessness numbers increasing, it's not the time to add more layers of bureaucracy when we're just trying to keep ourselves afloat.
The Community and Protective Services Committee will consider a Good Neighbor Clause on January 26th. Daryl Newcomb, CTV News.
Meanwhile, officials with London Cares are asking for public help as temperatures drop. There was a line of people outside the Commons at 602 Queens today. Wind chill values expected to drop to -25 or lower tonight. With that in mind, staff are asking for donations, items like new socks and underwear, as well as cold weather gear. It was another snow day for students across Midwestern Ontario, their fourth this week. Buses were canceled across the region because of the weather today. There are more snow squalls and blowing snow in the forecast tomorrow as well, which could mean a whole week of classes wiped out. Julie Atchison will have more on the weather story a little later in the newscast. Fanshawe College's president is spearheading a campaign looking for a significant cash injection for colleges across the province. With more on the money those schools are asking for and why they say it's necessary, here's Jerry Dewan.
Uncertainty in the world economy, fueled largely by U.S. tariffs and policy volatility, sparked the Ford government to launch the Protect Ontario campaign with a goal of building a more diverse and resilient provincial economy. Fanshawe College President Peter Devlin says Ontario colleges should be central to that campaign.
The choices made today will shape Ontario's workforce and communities for years to come.
On Wednesday, Devlin addressed the committee of MPPs traveling the province as part of pre-budget consultations, stressing the importance of the training colleges provide.
By 2035, the province will need 1 million college graduates in skilled trades, healthcare, energy, and advanced manufacturing. Colleges supply more than half of the workforce in these sectors.
But Devlin says colleges are facing dramatic funding shortfalls. In 2025, Fanshawe slashed 40 programs, eliminating 35% of its workforce, accounting for about 400 jobs. He says even with those cuts, Fanshawe's deficit is $26 million and is projected to be more than $70 million over the next 2 years.
The funding deficit is the result of a few things. Stagnant provincial funding. Also, the cap on international students that was imposed by the federal government. And thirdly, tuition rates. They were reduced by 10% in 2019 and frozen.
Devlin says colleges need a significant cash injection just to maintain the current program levels.
The sector, 24 public colleges, is looking for an investment of $1.5 billion. That's just to sustain us at the level that we're at.
Committee member and Haldeman Norfolk Independent MPP Bobby Ann Brady raised concerns that the Fanshawe campus in her region appears to have many students not from the area, and she was looking for assurances that that would change.
We shift to domestic-focused students. What rebranding would Fanshawe College do to attract those kids who feel abandoned?
I think it's the relevancy of the programs in the local industries that are supported by that region, and I am entirely committed to supporting those programs.
But Devlin stresses that regional campuses could be at risk if funding levels aren't adjusted. He says Fanshawe drives $1.6 billion worth of economic benefits every year, with all colleges generating more than $20 billion for the provincial economy. Jerry Dewan, CTV News.
The provincial government has announced more than $60 million in funding for 5 Elgin County municipalities meant to upgrade critical infrastructure. Southold Township is getting about $25 million for wastewater treatment upgrades. Elmer is getting about $7 million for sanitary treatment lagoons. More than $9 million will be spent on flood mitigation in Port Stanley. $4.7 million will go to water infrastructure in Dutton-Dunwich, and roughly $15 million will be used to rehab water services in Port Burwell.
So the whole region is very excited about the prospect of welcoming PowerCo and all the other industries that are coming, rightly so, to this area for all that we have to offer. But we already had the housing crunch before that, and now that's just been amplified. So this investment by the province in our area, it was essential and welcome.
The funding was announced by local MPP Rob Flack's office as part of the $4 billion Municipal Housing Infrastructure Program. Middlesex OPP say one person was killed in a crash east of London this afternoon. Police say the collision happened around 1:30 p.m. on Dundas Street near Shaw Road. According to police, a dump truck and SUV collided. Police say the person driving the SUV was transported to hospital but did not survive. London police say they've identified a woman they say robbed a store at knife point. Police say this woman is 24-year-old Julia Fuentes. Back on January 9th, they say she pulled out a knife and demanded cash from a worker at a business near Richmond and Fanshawe. Police are asking for help finding her, saying she's being charged with armed robbery. The mayor of Brockton says at least one shuttered jail in our region will reopen, a provincial government initiative meant to alleviate overcrowding concerns. With more, here's Scott Miller.
In 2011, 7 jails in small-town Ontario were closed in favor of using more cost-effective super jails. But prison overcrowding has prompted the reopening of one, possibly 2 of those jails, including one in Walkerton.
It's been a 15-year journey, 15-year fight. It was in 2012, 2011 that the Liberal government of the day shut down the jail to save money. And maybe they saved money, but certainly the residents of Brockton Walkerton did not save money.
Following the closure of Walkerton's jail, the province said they'd cover the cost of transporting prisoners from the closest jail to the Bruce County Courthouse in Walkerton. They backed out of that deal in 2016. Last year, Bruce County spent $400,000 to transport prisoners from the Central North Correctional Centre in Penetanguishene to Walkerton's courthouse.
Right now, there's 72 people awaiting trial over in Penetanguishene. And to get here for the trial each day when it's held, they have to be driven here, and it's a 6-hour route because they go to Owen Sound first, and then they come down here, and then there's stops. So it's quite a long route, quite an expensive route.
Peabody says Ontario's Solicitor General has been looking for ways to ease Ontario's prison overcrowding issues, and instead of building new jails, he's going to reopen Walkerton's jail and another one, possibly in Brantford.
He's doing a similar thing in a county south of here, closer to Lake Erie, and he knows that it'll cost 1/6 the cost of doing a new build. So that'll open up approximately 70 spaces in the Walkerton jail.
At least some of the 32 jobs that were at the Walkerton jail when it closed will return, surmises Peabody, but he's not sure how many or when Walkerton's jail will reopen. It will certainly require some updates and renovations, though, because it has sat largely empty and unused for the last decade and a half.
Never made sense when it happened 15 years ago. As a counselor back then, I fought it really hard. I knew it was the wrong thing to do. And just very grateful to this current government for listening to municipal mayors.
In Walkerton, Scott Miller, CTV News.
A filmmaker with roots in London is among this year's Academy Award nominees. With more on his movie and his connection to the Forest City, here's Lawrence Stallone.
The girl waited at the window all day.
The Girl Who Cried Pearls has been nominated for Best Animated Short Film at the 98th Academy Awards.
It's a combination of gratitude and enormous relief.
The film's directors, Maciek Sierwowski and Chris Lavis, say they are both thrilled to be representing Canada at the Oscars.
It's starting to sink in slowly, but it is a true joy to get that validation for all of us.
Sierwowski is not only representing Canada, but the city of London as well.
I lived there for a while.
He says him and his family moved to London from Poland when he was just 12 years old.
I have fond, wonderful memories of London and wanted to send you guys a big kiss.
The film takes place in Montreal and follows a poor boy who falls in love with a girl whose sorrow turns into pearls.
The color, the luster, the luminescence.
The boy sells the pearls to a ruthless pawnbroker.
This greed and love tension was the basis of this fable. This love of Montreal was sort of the setting. And honestly, you know, we lived in this world for 5-6 years it took to make it.
The Oscars will be held on Sunday, March 15th.
She did not cry that night.
Lawrence Stallone, CTV News.
When we come back, the Prime Minister responds. Mark Carney's message after his Davos address irked the U.S. president. Canada's main stock index rose on the strength of the utility and telecom sectors. The TSX was up 151 points. In New York, the Dow added 307, the Nasdaq up 211. The Canadian dollar gained almost 1/10 cent. On commodity markets, gold is up almost $76 an ounce. Oil lost $1.26 a barrel. President Donald Trump says he is withdrawing Canada's invitation to join his Board of Peace, an organization he's launched to rebuild Gaza. It's the latest development in a back and forth between the leaders after Mark Carney's address earlier this week in front of international leaders. Today, the Prime Minister was back on home soil, delivering another speech. As Abigail Beeman reports, this one was for Canadians.
2, 3, go.
Mark Carney gets friendly with Quebec City's famous snowman mascot, Bonhomme, but won't answer questions about the state of affairs with a less friendly partner, the United States. The Prime Minister gathers his cabinet after a global tour that saw a controversial new trade deal with China and a speech at the World Economic Forum that was widely lauded, except by Donald Trump.
Canada lives because of the United States. Remember that.
But Canada doesn't live because of the United States. Canada thrives because we are Canadian.
A direct swipe back during an address with a more domestic focus on Canadian values and identity and the government's already announced agenda.
Now we need to execute fairly and fast.
The economy was the focus of day one cabinet meetings.
We're talking about affordability. We're talking about building Canada strong. We're talking about our sovereignty.
Ministers briefed by a number of special guests.
It's a huge responsibility to bring these voices to government, but what we're seeing is also a crisis. 2.2 million visits to food banks every single month.
If ministers are talking about the upcoming review of CUSMA, the North American Free Trade Deal, they aren't sharing updates publicly. Cabinet meetings continue here Friday inside the fortress that was once built for a feared attack that never came from the United States. Abigail Beeman, CTV News.
Good evening. Snow squalls and blowing snow continue in Midwestern Ontario. Waking up tomorrow morning. Once again, we will likely see some bus cancellations and road closures north of London. In London, the temperature in the morning frigid. Temperature-wise, an Arctic air mass settles in over the region tomorrow, and temperatures are set to plummet. Minus 15 in the morning with wind chills feeling close to minus 25. Thanks, Tracy, for this photo of Crowley and a zombie. I love your photos of your pugs. They're so cute. Stay with us. I'll take you through your local weather details. More snow on the way, potential snowstorm on Sunday, and dangerously cold wind chills. Stay with us.
Welcome back on the desk with Julie Atchison now, and we're into mid-January, and we're well into winter, and we're getting these wintry forecasts, snow and cold all over the place right now.
Yeah, in terms of this bitterly cold air that's descending on the Great Lakes, we're talking wind chills in northern Ontario close to minus 40. In the prairies, we could see minus 45. Now, it's not going to be that cold for us, but it's still going to be bitter. Temperatures are dropping. By tomorrow afternoon, we'll be down to minus 18 with wind chills close to minus 28. Our high today, minus 3. That was reached overnight. Minus 10 our low. An Arctic cold front moving through. Once again today, battling flurries and snow squalls in Midwestern Ontario and blowing snow. We're having a major issue on area highways, of course. Lots of snowfall that's whipping across the roads, creating very icy conditions. We're expecting winds to be gusty tomorrow, once again with blowing snow, and flurries and snow squalls continue. So as we take a look at overnight lows tonight, minus 12 to minus 16. Factor in the wind chill, feeling close to minus 24. Now, I mentioned off the top about these wind chills in the prairies. So northern prairies could feel close to minus 50. That is extreme cold. Skin freezes within minutes of being outside. So extreme cold warnings in effect right across the southern prairies and the northern prairies tonight, stretching through northwestern Ontario, feeling close to minus 30 to minus 40. We are not under any extreme cold warnings. However, the London Middlesex Health Unit issuing that extreme cold weather alert. So frigid temperatures will be our weather story. Snow squalls continuing. The heaviest snow squall coming right through Bruce County into Grey, as well as here Huron County. Huron County, you're going to see another 5 to 10 centimeters as we head into a Friday morning with blowing snow. Now, south of that, we're expecting a mix of sun and cloud. So London, St. Thomas, Oxford County, you'll be into a mix of sun and cloud. So Woodstock, the chance for flurries will be with us. Of course, anytime you have air that's this cold coming over Lake Huron, there is the chance for some flurries, and there is the potential for some evening snow. So possibility of a couple centimeters. In terms of the heavy accumulation, that will all be north of London. So here on Perth, Grey Bruce, once again, those numbers are going to climb for you. So let's take a look at the snowfall 24-hour model. So you can see just trace amounts south of London towards Chatham, Haldeman, Norfolk. But north of that, that's where we're still seeing those extreme accumulations in terms of these snow squalls just battering those areas day after day. So your Friday forecast will reach our high in the morning of -15. By the afternoon, we're down to a -18. And again, feeling like -24. It'll be the coldest Saturday morning. The skies are expected to clear. High pressure builds in. Lots of sunshine Saturday in London, although it's going to be extremely cold first thing in the morning. The coldest air of the season arriving. -13 in the afternoon, and then tracking the snowstorm on Sunday. This one is south of us, impacting Ohio, Tennessee area, mid-Mississippi Valley. This is going to be a messy mix of weather. The northern flank of that system will move into southern Ontario with accumulating snowfall. So there is the potential for upwards of 10 centimeters of snow on Sunday. This will be one to watch for sure. As we head into early next week, the deep freeze holds -8 to -9. For your forecast highs and overnight lows into the -teens. Snow squalls, blowing snow, rough road conditions, likely road closures in Midwestern Ontario tomorrow. Please check your latest forecast before heading out. And then Saturday flurries. This is not a big impact storm for you, Grey Bruce. On Sunday, I'm expecting it to be a bit further south, but here on Perth, you could pick up 5 to 8 centimeters. Bitterly cold temperatures right across the region, Carlyle, as we head into next week. Daytime highs averaging well below normal for this time of year. Stay safe in the cold, and make sure you prepare before you head out to travel.
Thanks very much, Julie. Officials with Marineland have sent a plan to the federal government asking for permits to ship dozens of animals to 4 American aquariums. However, the plan also states if this request is denied, they're reportedly threatening to euthanize the 30 whales and 4 dolphins. With more, here's John Venevalley-Rao.
Since last summer, the future of these belugas has been a huge question mark, captive in a shuttered theme park which closed months ago. Now Marineland in Niagara Falls pitching a plan to ship the animals to the States, reportedly making plans to euthanize them if Ottawa says no to the proposal.
I think it could very well be the best place for these animals to go, but I think it's so wrong that Marineland is holding the government hostage and they're threatening to kill their whales if they don't get the answer that they're looking for.
In what's being called an urgent rescue proposal, Marineland's 30 remaining belugas and 4 dolphins would reportedly be sent to aquariums in Orlando, Atlanta, Chicago, and Stonington, Connecticut. Marineland has said it can't afford to look after the whales and wants to sell the property. Last year, it pitched transferring them to an aquarium in China, but Ottawa denied that request.
You want to send them to a place where there's accountability. The original proposal to send the whales to China didn't address that. This new proposal does.
Some had hoped they could be moved to a proposed seaside sanctuary in Nova Scotia, but it has yet to raise the millions it needs to open. In a statement, the Fisheries Minister's office confirmed the minister was presented with new export permit applications and that the minister will review them expeditiously. 20 whales have died at Marineland since 2019, and experts say sending them to multiple aquariums in the U.S. is hardly a perfect solution.
It's going to break them up, so that's not great for family and relationship bonds between the animals.
And some would like to see assurances they won't be used for breeding, which is illegal in Canada. Still, the experts we talked to all think Ottawa will give the proposal the green light, given the options that remain. John Venevalley-Rao, CTV News, Toronto.
Tonight's Slopes Report is brought to you by Buller Mountain. Fresh snow across the region is setting up for a great weekend on the hills and trails. Buller Mountain received 10 centimeters of new snow Wednesday and lake effect snow today, giving the hills a fresh coating of powder. Conditions are fantastic, machine groomed, and all 15 runs are open to ski and snowboard. Blue Mountain picked up 6 centimeters. Expect a mix of machine groom runs with some powder turns, with 42 of 43 runs open. Over at Horseshoe Resort, another 6 centimeters fell, delivering powder conditions across all 27 runs. All trails are open. For Nordic skiers, Pinery Provincial Park received 5 centimeters of fresh snow. Trails are not track set, but there are 38 kilometers of fresh snow skiing available. And at Circle R Ranch, 10 centimeters of new snow yesterday with track set trails and fresh snow on top. About 12 kilometers of trails open, and all snowshoe trails are open with deep snow. You'll need all the layers this weekend as we plunge into the deep freeze. Enjoy the winter conditions and ski safe.
CTV News London has a newsletter helping you start your day with the latest local headlines. By signing up, you'll get local news content from CTV London direct to your inbox, including top stories, the forecast, and videos. You can sign up at ctvnewslondon.ca. Finally tonight, a major boost in visitors at the London Children's Museum. It moved into its new location a year ago, and officials say since then, attendance has more than doubled. Sean Irvin reports.
Young faces absorb the experience of the London Children's Museum. It is a common sight inside the attraction's new $23 million location at 100 Kellogg Lane. Since opening a year ago, it has exceeded attendance expectations. Staff had hoped visitor numbers would grow from 100,000 at the old location to 150,000 here. But to their pleasure, those numbers have skyrocketed off the charts this year.
The response has been absolutely incredible and has exceeded our expectations. We have welcomed over 250,000 people through our doors since opening last December.
Those checking out the space for the first time are only one part of the draw. Now, another reason for the big boost in attendance numbers is the location of the Children's Museum itself. Attached to the factory, it's drawing in tourists from all over Canada and the United States, to the tune of more than 70,000 out-of-town visitors.
Our new home is such a draw for families with the hotel, the Children's Museum, the factory. There's so much to do here that families can come and spend an entire weekend, and that has also really contributed to the growth that we've seen.
With the museum's history spanning 3 locations over nearly 50 years, nostalgia also plays a significant role. Many grandparents remember bringing their kids to the old location.
I do, but this place is 10 times better.
It's just different. It's different in a good way. I feel like it's really fun. I have 3 kids, and they all really enjoy coming here, all the way up to age 9. So, yeah, it's fun for our family.
The boost in attendance has generated new revenue. But as a charity, the museum still relies on donors to help cover its $3 million annual budget.
Having such a response has been really incredible and certainly contributes to our sustainability as an organization. But also, we want to remain accessible, inclusive, and we rely on community support to ensure that we can keep our doors open.
In London, Sean Irvin, CTV News.
That's it for us. Thanks for watching. For all of us at CTV News London, I'm Carlyle Fiset. Have a good night.